Hi, Chris with Williams Contracting. In today's Let's Talk Design video, we're discussing fireplaces. Fireplaces in the living room, how they contribute to the look, feel, and warmth of the space, how they're a key feature in any home design. Thanks for joining me. Let's get going. So you come into the living room, you've got your fireplace, and there are so many different styles and options to do. First thing that I look for is the style of the fireplace is going to help inform us of how big the opening for the actual fireplace is going to be. I'm not talking about the surround, I'm talking about the actual fireplace. So a more modern fireplace, you might be more lineal, you might be larger opening. If you've got kind of a real heady, more wood burning fireplace, that opening is going to be smaller, and so it's gonna lead you in a different direction design wise. First thing I do is that. So what style am I looking for as a feel? And then it allows me to kind of figure out what size the opening is going to be. Once I'm there, then it leads me down all kind of directions. So most fireplaces, I'm going to look at the space and go, how big can I make the opening to fit the space and be proportionally correct? The last thing I want to do is have this tiny little opening and this big wall. So that's the first consideration. Then you get into style. So one beautiful fireplace at a classic look is you've got the stone going up, you've got the wood mantle across the top of it, you've got the stone hearth and all of that. It's just the classic. If you thought about a fireplace that was built 500 years ago, think about a fireplace that was built this year, it's going to look very similar in that regard. That fireplace, I believe, works well in a large kind of great room, family room type setting. If you want to do stone, but you don't have that huge great room feel, then I would modernize it a little bit. And another one great example is take that stone, maybe don't do the tight fit, but add some symmetry. So you got grout lines, a little bit more square cut, but then be creative with the hearth. So you do a floating wood hearth. Classic stonework. It's what we all think of with fireplaces, but you've modernized it and it's got real sleek lines and has that cool floating hearth. The next idea is to take that concept of the floating hearth, but then on the fireplace around, do a slab or a large format tile. And this is where you really get more modern. And so you might go into a linear fireplace, or you might still have a square or a rectangle shape, but you're going, okay, slab tile, slab surfaces, floating hearth, looks really sleek. And then you can play with the hearth. So in this one photo, you see that the hearth just extends all the way down. So now you've got this asymmetrical look. I just try to find ways to incorporate any kind of element that really takes the space and makes it a feature of the home and something that you just love to sit and look at, because I think everybody loves watching a fire and watching a fireplace, and really it becomes that key element of your living room and something you're going to enjoy a lot. So there you have it. Fireplaces, huge part of home design, huge part of a living room, really a focal point of a lot of really cozy, nice spaces, lots of creative options. Would love to hear your feedback in the comments. What kind of fireplace, what style is your favorite? I'm Chris with Williams Contracting. Like and subscribe for more great content on home design, home build. I'll see you next time.